Where do expat retirees living off of a pension or Social Security need to pay tax? I'm Vincenzo Villamina from Online Taxman. Wherever you live in the world as an American, you still need to pay tax to the U.S. government, right? Especially on passive income, like pension income, like Social Security. You need to file anyway. There's actually really no real advantage of living abroad while receiving a pension, other than the fact that you might be able to get out of state tax, which we've covered before and we're happy to address. But you still need to file, as if you live in the United States, meaning that there's not going to be any sort of foreign earned income exclusion or anything for pension or Social Security. You could get out of state tax, and you might potentially have to pay tax in the country that you're living in on this pension or Social Security income, right? And that obviously depends on where you end up living and how long you stay there. There are places like Panama, which is 100% tax-free, and you're not going to pay tax there. There are some places like Colombia where if you live there over 183 days, then you're considered a tax resident, and you might pay tax on your worldwide income, although I know Colombia has certain limitations, so if you fall under a certain threshold, you actually don't owe tax for retirement income. So again, every country is different when it comes to taxation. Some countries, like France, Portugal, and some of the European countries have tax treaties so that only the US could tax you on this income. So it really depends on what country you're living in and if you're considered a tax resident, which the hypothetical rule of thumb is if you're living there over 183 days. You might have to pay tax in that country. You will always have to pay tax, or at least file your tax return for the pension or Social Security income that you earn from the United States. So it always matters, again, depending on the country and depending on your situation. But that's why we're here at Online Taxman. We are the expat tax experts. So if you have any questions about your specific situation, you want to drill down to details, you want to ask questions, you want to understand more, and maybe see if we could help you, which I know we can, please go to the website, onlinetaxman.com, sign up for a free consultation with myself or one of our accountants, and we'll be sure to answer all the questions and let you know what you need to do in order to optimize your tax situation as a retiree or in general. Thank you.